Hey guys, Boy here, and today we're gonna talk about something that I did talk about in the last Bible of the Mid Lane video, but I really like this replay because it showcases it actually happening. So this is basically how to deal with Huskar when you have a terrible matchup. We're gonna talk specifically about Voice Spirit, but this concept can be used into many heroes, as you will see throughout this replay. It also works really well versus Viper, and you don't have to be Void Spirit. You can be an Ember Spirit, any melee hero, honestly. Can probably do that, and let's get going. So when we are playing this matchup against a Huskar, you don't really want any items besides your bottle, because that's what's gonna allow you to have your Resonant Pulse and a way to get CS on their tower once you create a double wave. So basically, like, the spoiler from this video is that you want to create a double wave at level 1 so that the wave actually pushes into your tower and you can get the experience without Huskar being able to deny you and harass you too much. So yeah, we are on the Radiant side, so it's really easy to actually do what I'm doing, because very rarely, I'm gonna try and get the free camera over here, very rarely you're gonna see a ward being placed into this cliff, because this cliff, even if you ward all the way to the left here, it doesn't give vision of the rune. So more often than not, you can actually get up into this high ground without anyone knowing that you're doing this, and this really eases the process of cutting the wave. So as you can see, like, I get vision of the carry and the support in the top lane, so I know I'm kind of safe over here. I drop my ward at around 30 seconds just so I get like a decent amount of vision during this whole process. And yeah, like, the reason it's easy to do this is if the Huskar actually chases you down, he's gonna lose a ton of experience and gold under his tower, and he never, like, until level 5 probably, he doesn't really clear the creeps fast enough to be able to chase you down. And that's why this works really well versus the likes of Viper and Huskar. They, right now, like, since they use their orb effect to win their lanes, they don't really clear the way fast enough to actually chase you down. So I just chill here for a while, cut the tree. You can see I actually kind of get lucky. Sometimes when you create this double wave, you have to get a salve before you go in. So I do have the salve queued up here, but I ended up getting pretty lucky with this. So you can see the Huskar is like, lol, what is this guy doing? But it does work out in the end. I forced the Oracle TP, and this is like a very rookie move. Like, he just uses the Fortune's End. He could have 100% killed me here if he doesn't do that. What you have to do when you know you're, like, against a really good Oracle is probably just drag the creeps and save your TP, because you don't want to waste the double wave that you just created. So you want to have that TP so that the creeps, so like, you're under your tower when the creeps actually march you. So you can see that the creeps are pushing. I did get the salve. I forgot about this. So I do run towards my career just to make sure I'm gonna be full HP before the creeps here. I even backpack my items right there. And I'm not actually used doing this. Analog taught me this, but I didn't do this a lot of times. So you can see that I do miss a decent amount of CS. But as long as Huskar is not denying, this is really what's important here. Just want to get level 6, and you want to forget that Huskar exists. And I do manage to do this game. So I just keep drawing aggro, trying to get as much CS as I can. I do it quite poorly, if I have to be honest. And also, since I'm not using the normal build, which usually contains the Mantle of Intelligence as well as the Fairy Fire, I do have less damage, so it's a little easier to mess up your CS here. And now, here's the thing. I benefited from the experience. What I want to do now is just cut the wave again. So yeah, I'm going to lose this wave, but ultimately, what I want to do is create another wave, because like, yeah, maybe I can get half of that creep wave experience, but then I cannot actually cut the next wave because it's already too late. I don't, like, really clear the wave this fast. And another thing that I'm doing here that's important is Oracle TP'd once, and he's gonna TP again. My safe lane actually crushes the Legion this game, and part of it is the fact that this Oracle has to TP and then walk back, and he doesn't get anything out of me being here. You can also see that now that I have my TP ready again, making this kind of easy. I do see in the minimap right in the left, you can see the Oracle is walking towards me, and that's why that ward is also really important. It gives you vision of the enemies coming for you. So not only I have time to drag this creep wave a little bit, but I know exactly where to go so that I don't get stunned while I'm TPing. This is not that easy depending on the drafts you're playing against. Like, if you're against a Pudge, sometimes you have to account for a TP into the base. You have to be really careful with how you TP depending on your enemy team. This case, I had vision of Lich top, and I also saw the Oracle walking, so that's why that specific ward in the cliff really helps you out. And you can see, I dragged the hero there, I created a double wave, I have my bottle. So this is pretty much, like, you're already really happy with this. I'm gonna get about level 4, and this is awesome. You know, if you actually try to lane versus Huskar, not only you would spend a ton of gold on salves, you probably wouldn't even get to the bottle, because like, you would be just like fairing salves over and over again. You would also have less CS. So we do talk about that video. You can check the Bible of the mid lane video. It's I'm gonna leave like a link here for you guys to see it. But yeah, now like the Huskar is gonna try and pressure me a little bit. He does have like resources to deny me sometimes. He actually gets like a fair amount of them here, even though I'm higher level. But yeah, like, as long as I draw aggro like this, I'm ultimately like almost the same level as him. We can wait after this wears off. Actually, I mean, I can check him now. Like, he's level 4.5, and I'm what, level 4 and 40% or something. And even in this game, like, my axe for some reason just tilts because of the pudge or something. He TP's metal. But the fact that I am not a burden in this game, like, in this game, if anyone tilts, and I was actually laning normally, this game would probably be over for our team, because I would get level 8, level 9, I would get level 6 at 8, 9 minutes, which is really bad. I probably wouldn't have bottle, so it would be hard to actually use the runes to control the map and create space. But no, even though the X tilts, yeah, like, he TP's middle for no reason. We are able to do some stuff, and I'm gonna showcase a little bit of the games just so you guys can see what happened. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, so about the item build that I go this game, I think it's also really important. I made sure to tell my pudge right at the beginning of the game that I was going to go Vassal. So yeah, I was like, maybe I should cut the wave, but then I see that the Oracle's actually here. I also see the curse. I'm like, yeah, I probably cannot cut this creep wave. At least I get the Huskar's courier on the way. And I finally just give up because there's like not really much to do. I could have probably just walked, but I don't know. I had this courier waiting for my item, so I get it. And this is really the toughest part, because like, usually, since the Oracle TP'd so much, usually, like, and you're gonna see in the Bible of the mid lane video, when you cut the wave, you can probably get like 2, 3, 4 creep waves. So when you TP the second time to your tower, you're gonna get level 5, maybe almost 6. In this case, I couldn't really get as many creep waves because the enemy was constantly TPing, making it hard for me. So I'm level 4 in a little bit. At this stage, I should have probably just tacked for me while I went for a bounty rune. Like, what I'm doing here is kind of fruitless. I mean, I do go for the bounty, but if I was in position a little earlier, I could also stacked. So that's like my bad. As I said, I'm not really used into doing this. It's just a concept that I know about, but I didn't really exercise as much as I should. I mean, you don't really get these lanes that often now with the new ban system, but I still feel like this is like relevant information in case it does happen to you. So yeah, another thing that I didn't really do well is my skill build. Usually you want to have dissimulate, so only 1 point in Aether Remnant, because once Huskar is level 6, it actually gets really hard for you. And as you can see, it's 5 minutes now. The catapult wave is middle. I cannot leave the lane right now. I have to somehow address the fact that Huskar will try and pressure this. So I'm nearby. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't have the simulate. So I learned the simulate at level 5, which is really not ideal, because you can actually jungle really well with your resonant pulse. But still, the fact that I do learn W here actually does save my ass. So you're gonna see I'm trying to just like draw aggro, make sure that the Huskar doesn't pressure my tower too much. I also fared out a ward to scout the rune at 6 minutes, which does give me the rune, which is actually really clutch. You're gonna see, yeah, I think this Lich tries to rotate right now, and yeah, he's gonna try and rotate eventually. There you go. So he's just like trying to somehow gank or do stuff. There you go. I don't dodge the life break, but it is enough for me to actually survive when they rotate middle. So that's okay-ish for me. the catapult is now dead, and that's pretty much it. Like once the catapult is dead, you didn't lose too much HP in your tower, and you're about to get level 6. Like you are actually really happy because that's pretty much all you need. You just have to ignore the Huskar at this stage and start rotating. And while you are ignoring Huskar, you do need a vessel, because like when you think of the items Void Spirit goes for, you have like I don't know, Orchid. It's decent versus Huskar, but it just takes too long to get ready. And in a game where you had a really bad laning stage like this and the Huskar is just free farming, he's probably gonna have a BKB at around the time that you like, probably really close to when you get the Orchid. You can go Solar Crest, but Vessel is just really good versus Huskar. And what you're gonna be doing in a game like this is really just rotating as much as possible. You can see that I'm jungling right now, but I'm just jungling as I go back to my base. And I'm looking forward to TP somewhere and actually try and do something. This is not really the most ideal thing to do, because like my point being, this is not really what you want to be doing. Like going back to the base is really bad. And as I was doing this, I was like, maybe I can actually get the rune. And I got really lucky. I was like waiting for the rune. My Pudge gets a good hook. And this is just one of the many reasons why just going back to the base early is bad, you know? You miss opportunities like this one. My Pudge goes for a really good move. And there you go. I control the rune, so now I actually have the resources to rotate some lane. We did manage the Huskar for a while. And there you go. Like, now I can get pretty much my level 7 here in the lane and start doing stuff. Let me just fast forward this a little bit to my like first actual rotation. So yeah, we do get this. I drop my... Yeah, so what I wanted to do was actually go to the Oracle, because we had that ward in the top side of the map, so I felt like this was a good move. Oracle was really low level right now, but I had no idea that when you use the active of the neutral item, you lose your invisibility, which ended up allowing the Oracle to actually... I'm not sure if he had a ward there or not. It was just like weird. And eventually we do get this kill, though I missed my first Astro Tap, which was slightly problematic. But like that's pretty much all I want. I just want to keep rotating, controlling the rune, because I don't want to be middle versus that Huskar. Like, there's no way I can actually do anything versus him. I just want to ignore him. And since he's not a mobile hero, he doesn't want to actually TP to those towers to do stuff. Yeah, so I noticed that the L post was open. Huskar did TP middle, so no one can do anything about this. And this is like game winning already. We get all of the experience. Considering that my X was tilted, that I had a terrible laning stage, being 1,000 gold ahead right now is more than gold. Yeah, little unfortunate there. Huskar finds a haste rune, but I do manage to live. At some point in this game, I think I'm gonna DC because my ping was bad. And I was like a little worried. Like, I was thinking whether I should go brown boots into Urn or actually get treads to then get the Urn Vessel. I honestly really like the ability to tread switch as Void Spirit. I think the attack speed, everything is amazing. I didn't feel... maybe in like a game I was a little further behind. Just rushing Vessel would be better. I felt like I could get away with the treads here. And I kind of do. So, we do see the Legion here. There's like a weird fight going on. And yeah, this kind of takes a while, but we eventually... There you go. That's another kill. And like... This is a really simple concept, skipping middle. It's not something like really common, because like usually in professional matches at least, people are gonna be ready for these bad lanes in the draft, so it's very unlikely that's gonna happen. In this game, I didn't feel like they actually would be able to pick Huskar or Viper, just because... Okay, yeah, there you go. I actually started... no one actually paused for me for whatever reason, but I start to get really bad ping. But as I was saying, I didn't feel like they could pick Huskar or Viper because we did have a Terrorblade in our team, but he did go for Huskar anyways. He was like a silver Huskar player, so maybe he just felt like he could get away with a game like this. But, okay, what is this? Yeah, what the hell? There you go. Overall, though, I feel like this concept can be applied by many heroes, against Huskar, against Viper, and it's just really interesting. Yeah, I don't want to like show anything right now because like it's just a normal Void Spirit game. We will drop the coaching video with Analog about Void Spirit really soon, so if you guys are interested by that, stay tuned in the channel. But like I end this game 11-0 and 11. It's like a really easy win, and like a lot of it comes from this simple concept. It's not gonna happen every game, but I think this is valuable information, and hopefully this is gonna help you in your games. Thank you a lot, and bye.